Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're taking a trip down memory lane with a phone that was once a flagship contender, the Samsung Galaxy S5 Neo. This particular model is the international unlocked G903W variant with 16 gigabytes of storage and a sleek black finish. While it might not be the newest kid on the block, it's still kicking around. And the question is, does it still hold up in 2024? Let's dive in. The S5 Neo boasts a 5.1-inch Super AMOLED display. Remember when that screen size was considered large? It feels compact by today's standards, which can be a plus for one-handed use. The colors are still vibrant, and the blacks are deep, thanks to that AMOLED technology. It's not the highest resolution out there, but it's certainly respectable. Under the hood, we find a 1.6 GHz processor paired with 2 GB of RAM. Now, 2 GB of RAM is definitely on the lower end these days. Don't expect to be multitasking heavily or running demanding games smoothly. Basic tasks like browsing, social media, and light photography should be manageable, but be prepared for some occasional lag. The 16 GB of internal storage is also quite limited, especially considering the operating system and pre-installed apps take up a chunk of that. Thankfully, there's a micro SD card slot for expansion, which is a lifesaver. One area where the S5 Neo pleasantly surprised me is the camera. It features a 16-megapixel rear camera that still captures decent photos, especially in good lighting conditions. It's not going to compete with the latest smartphone cameras, but it's certainly usable for everyday snapshots. The front-facing camera is 5 megapixels, which is adequate for video calls and selfies. The S5 Neo also retains some features that are becoming increasingly rare, like a removable battery. This is a huge plus for anyone who values the ability to swap out a dead battery for a fresh one on the go. It also has an IP67 rating for water and dust resistance, meaning it can survive a brief dunk in water. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the age. This phone is several generations old, and that means software updates are no longer a given. You'll likely be stuck on an older version of Android, which might limit access to some newer apps and features. Security updates are also a concern. So, who is this phone for in 2024? It's certainly not for the power user or the tech enthusiast. However, it could be a good option for someone on a tight budget who needs a basic smartphone for calls, texts, and light internet browsing. It could also be a suitable secondary phone or a device for a younger user. The removable battery and water resistance are definite perks. Ultimately, the Samsung Galaxy S5 Neo is a relic of a bygone era. It's a reminder of a time when smartphones were simpler and in some ways more practical. It's not a powerhouse, but it still has some life left in it. Just be aware of its limitations and manage your expectations accordingly. If you can find it at a good price and you understand what you're getting, the S5 Neo might just surprise you.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.